I mean,
Pete
it's fun, but yeah, it's not.
is
Yeah.
going to come in live here just to make sure
Yeah,
the
cool.
versus lined
Let's
up here.
go.
I'm gonna grab some more water. I'll be right back, gentlemen.
Yeah,
Yep.
Decentraland
Same.
has been off and on as far as Decentraland has been off and on as far as pickiness, as far as what's been streaming. So we'll have to click a couple buttons here to get things going. I'm Six. Welcome, my friend. Glad that you're listening. And,
I know. What's up, Six?
come up to speak. If you want to come up to speak, feel free. If not, you can just chill in the crowd too.
Oh yeah, I'm enjoying. Here we go. Turn it down. I know. Georgie was said. I think it was Gary and Digital Acids chilling in the Novoverse. She met them. She's in Decentraland. Yeah.
Novo, I love the fact that like no matter what the PFP is, you can make the tassel hat, clown nose, earring, shades work. You know what I mean? Like it does not matter. You can throw that shit on and it immediately becomes a Novo character. You know what I mean? Such like an applicable accessory list.
I'll tell a little history behind the one that I'm sporting right here.
Looks rare.
It is
rare.
Really rare. Let me see here if I can get the right screen up.
Let's see if we can get this live.
We got some more laser eyes in here in the room. We're gonna wait a couple seconds. I'm just trying to get my voids pulled up here in OpenSea. There might be a slight delay in there, and then I gotta also find myself. Where am I here? Where did this drop me off? Parkour tree. What in? Well,
I think it's by the snowball fight.
Yeah, I think I am.
I think they're trying to promote that.
So it drops me right in by the snowball fight. I definitely shrunk my screen here.
But we got voids all in the entrance of the Novoverse.
I got to get to my own party here at 20:59 here. Let's see. I'm gonna find where I'm at in this whole realm of Decentraland. Let's see. I'm up by the art museum, and there we are. We're about to jump right on in here in the Novoverse. Got a lot of buttons. Oh, why is it shrinking like that? I'm over clicking something here and it's shrinking down. But we got to get into the Novoverse to see what's going on. But first, let's get a round around the room. And I want to talk first with Pixelated Apes. I want to invite him up to be a speaker because they have a little promotion going on here. And we're going to talk about that because I think they're going to be announcing a winner to one of their giveaways they have going on. But I'm going to run upstairs here in the Novoverse and make sure the buttons are on and clicking, and we're actually streaming up here, so I don't have to hit any other thing. Man, actually, I'll make sure I'm also in the proper realm. So yeah, we do have. Yes, wonderful. We are there, and I might be in the wrong realm, so we may not see a lot of people in there. I'll worry about that in 1 second. And I'll go live here. And let's see. Pixelated Apes, can you hear me? Pixelated Apes, can you hear me? Sound check.
Loud.
How are we doing, my friend?
Yeah, guys. Loud and clear. What's up, man?
Beautiful, beautiful. If you want to join us, we're actually using a restream. If you're on your computer, you can hop us in there. It's in the Twitter DMs that we have as a group. But I want to have you maybe talk about what you have going on in the space right now so we can have people sign up to for one of your giveaways here. We have a giveaway going on for the Pixelated Apes, and I want to just give you the floor here in the beginning so you can talk about what people can look forward to out of the Pixelated Apes here. And I don't know if you're going to be announcing a winner, but it would be great to hear what you have going on.
All right. So first of all, guys, read the room let's bring more people here and get more bigger rooms for everyone to get the wonderful project that's going to be featured. So first of all, thank you all for here. This is Mr. Hype. I'm from Israel, and the Pixelated Apes is actually a project that I built and created the art, but it's more focused about technology and combining blockchain. Our main focus is to create a Web3 Kickstarter platform that like combining the ability to launch projects, but combining it with DAO technology. We're already like in the process to building the platform, and we already have two projects in our incubator that already in an onboarding process with the community. One of them calling fractionalized Meta3 that is fractionalized real world assets. So they are a Web2 company in Singapore, and they have connections to whiskey distribution, watches distribution, and all the items there would be like very, very rare, like 1 of 10, 1 of 100, 1 of 1,000. And this will be the unique and added value there. And the second project is called Elephant DAO. This is an NFT Elephant DAO. Now, we are right now in the second collection that's doing a mint that's called Pixelated Summoners. And we are giving away free Ether to 20 winners. And this will be only for about 600 mints that's going on right now. Until 4K mints, we're going to give about 3 Ether, first winner 1 Ether. And the investment is only 0.018. Right now, the floor price is about 0.025. So that's the idea. There we have also a staking process. This is also a unique staking process that I created. As I said, I like to make technology with that. And with the Summoners, the NFT, you can involve in a blockchain game that I created. It's a staking strategy game that you can involve with the community, and you can claim every few days you can claim NFT for free. That is part of the staking game that I created that's called Nuclear Arena. And last thing is that we created also a token that's called Pixelated Token. And this is right now in a private sale, but the community already claiming the tokens. So also by minting and taking the NFT, you're not only entering to the free ETH giveaway, you're also getting access to staking, earning, and part of the big vision that you created, and be also part of the parent company that's called Pixel Labs. That's kind of a recap for everything crypto.
So we have right there on the top tweet right there from Pixelated Apes, the 3 ETH giveaway, and you can see within that tweet itself, the prizes. And if you're, I got to pin our proper tweet up there because you actually can see what we're looking at here on their Twitter handle. And on their Twitter handle, right in front of us, you can see the different payouts for 1 ETH for first prize, 0.2 ETH for second, and then there's 18 third prizes where you're going to get 0.1 ETH. So that's just on the minting. If you mint from numbers 3,236 up to 4,000, those are the ones that are eligible to do that. And it's on their pin tweet on their Twitter handle right there. That's what it is. It's about community, bringing others together and learning about the space, because I'm a big fan, if you can't tell by, I got to get the right face up here, by pixelated art. I love the CryptoPunks from back in the day. Wow, we got a full room in here. JR Token. I'm a DGen in the house, Dr. Doge. And all of these things help, facilitate each other, where we're all trying to make a name and a place for each other. So yeah, retweet the room, respace the room. And when are you going to announce the winners here? When are the winners going to be announced?
Well, first of all, guys, this is, it's just an incentive, right? We really focus on on the real value behind our PFPs, our art, and everything that we already built, right? Like in the same day that you mint, you can already go and stake and be part of claiming after 7 days of free NFTs that call them materials, or even even in the same day that you mint, you can already mint NFT for free. It's called World Books. We have a collection that's called World Books that they are part of the engineering of the Nuclear Arena, our game that we created. So again, the ETH giveaway is just an incentive because the bear market, we see that we need to give a different incentive to people. And I don't give a fuck. Like, I want to give back to people. By the mint, I want to get more people. The main focus is to bring more people here. And guys, if you hear me, please go ahead, mint one. Like, just mint one. You can mint until 50. And go and do that. And we are going to announce about the winners when we are going to do the 4K mints, and then we are going to do another bounty, another giveaway. Keep going to the 10K collection.
Giving back to the community and giving back to the community members, and giving, trying to create that utility within the pixelated world and the community there. And like you're saying, is giving back part of what you're meant back to the community members, to get that lower entry point, especially in this market that we're in. And, transitioning a little bit more into utility, the utility of what the voids are bringing into this space here. And I wanted to bring in co-host Avery Piper here from 2 and 4, talk a little bit about what you have going on with the 2 and 4, but then also like the resurface story of how I've been with, I'm a degen in the voids. As you can tell, one of my filters I have right here is a void. And going back in the day, little education. Well, I'll rep you up on the voids here. If you can rep me up on the sneaker generation. What do you have for us today in the sneaker department? And then we're going to go into the voids because we got them knocking down the door here in the Novaverse.
Totally. Yeah. I'll make sure to open up the floor to the voids. But yeah, something that's been on my mind that I definitely want to chat about is the idea. So I like to sell sneakers, and it's the holiday season and sneakers are kind of pumping right now, which is great. And I sell sneakers through a method called consignment, and I use something called Flight Club. And recently, I'm kind of embarrassed to admit, but I realized that the sneakers that you bring, I live in New York City. If you bring them directly to the shop that I do consignment with called Flight Club, you can actually kind of sell the shoes at even more of a premium. And the reason is that people are willing to pay more when they get the sneakers right there in store. So if I drop them off directly, they scan them, they take 10%, but Flight Club takes 10%. But the idea is that I can actually sell them for even more than they're listed for at Flight Club currently, kind of competing with other sellers. And the reason I can sell for a little bit more is because the people who are coming through New York City, tourists, and just generally who are going to Flight Club to buy some exclusive sneakers, they're willing to pay a premium. And they want the sneakers right now. They don't want the sneakers to be shipped to their houses somewhere, and they don't want to take their time. They want to put the sneakers on their feet immediately. And I was thinking how this is related kind of to NFTs, and the fact that NFTs kind of took this away, like the idea of paying a premium for something that is a little bit faster, that gets to you faster. And I was thinking about the dynamics that currently exist that are they're a little superficial. They're a little performative in my opinion, but that's not always a bad thing. But the whole idea of could NFT projects begin to exploit the idea of, allowing you to use your NFT immediately versus allowing other groups of people to use the NFT a little bit later by charging different prices for both of those groups. So just thinking about dynamics that way, it reveals is one example. I'll leave it at this, but the idea of an NFT, when I buy it, I want to be able to know what it is and use it right away and have access. And with the whole thing with reveals is that I don't always get to know what I have right away. I don't always see the metadata right away when I buy an NFT. And that could be like a frustrating thing for holders. But the idea of a company selling an NFT for, a little bit more for the people who want to reveal right away, and then like letting people buy for a little bit less, but having the reveal come later to them is something that I've been thinking about. Like, what dynamics could exist now that NFTs make things so immediate? Like, how do we separate, sales over time? I hope that kind of holistically connects with somebody here who's on this. But yeah, just thinking that through. Nova, what's your thoughts on that?
My thought is like JRR token keeps me in line with a lot of things in the NFT space, and part of that was artifacts and how artifacts. There's a process to it, and we always want to follow that process. What happens if? What is this going to do? What are the monoliths going to do? What are the pods going to do? And all of it evolves into the storytelling. And then part of that is, just recently, like on how they had. Doc, was it on Cyber where they had the connection? So like on your phone, we're able to try to collect. We didn't get them, but like 2 rare, clone derivative species or whatever it was. But this is like the storytelling process of that, of like unwrapping it and ungifting it. 1, you get it in the digital sense, but then 2, you get it in the physical form, maybe a couple months later, maybe in a different way. And that just makes it fun, where it is like a gift within a gift.
That's dope. That's something that's underrated too, is the whole storytelling aspect of it. Like the delayed gratification or the momentum that builds into the ownership is something that I think people really crave. Like people in the NFT world don't always want something immediately. Like people sometimes want the story and the narrative behind the thing that like helps build the hype and helps like, build a relationship with the asset. You know what I mean? Because like getting the thing right away isn't always the best method, but I'm thinking like that's one of the reasons that NFTs exist, right? Like that's the whole thing. Like the block gets like authenticated and like passed, and like you have it. It's like boom, I can identify with this thing. But I like what you mentioned there. It makes a lot of sense. Like storyline, timing, like delayed gratification, all those things are still important, and people crave that from the real world to this digital world we have now. So that's very cool. But yeah, we can definitely move it on.
You got your hand up there, my friend. What do we got?
I want to mention something about the lures, right? If you don't mind. So
Sure.
I think that we see the meta about lures came up in the last two months right now, much more stronger. Even Mole started saying we want to focus on the lore. Even Mutant Cartel showing that kind of things. Also, we created a lore that regarding to nuclear energy, and we're going to bring a message about nuclear energy, about nuclear war. And I think that's something that we will see in the future, part of the engineering of NFTs that involve with series, involve with musics, and I think that's part of the power that will bring and build the NFT space in the coming years now.
Well, it's huge part of that is the storytelling, and that's almost the point of the voids coming in is the retelling of the story of what is happening in this NFT space, and that is historical firsts. And some of those firsts come down to what Holiday has created. And right now I'm rocking here are the 4 that I own currently in this wallet, and one of them is an honorary one, which was
nice,
which was given out back in the day, I guess, because we did help bring voids as a community, not me, not one person, into VR well before Zuckerberg even had thoughts of bringing Meta into all of this. And with that, things evolved and things transform and things change. And I don't even have the right avatar up right here for it. But with all of that being said, there is a story to be told behind this, and people want to be part of the story. Heck, I want to be part of the story. I like to tell some of the greatest stories out there because it is all of my friends in the space that is bringing this together. And with that, we have a couple ambassadors for the DGen crew here today. One, I'm a DGen right there, .com right there, right in the middle. And then Noto, back again with, I have the MetaView billboard in the top right of all these here. So why don't we talk about what's new and happening with this space? And then Dr. Doge, you can chime in and how you've evolved all this VR stuff from pretty much the simple technology of a code behind the DGen. So take it away.
That's cool.
Yeah. So just for anyone who's maybe unfamiliar with I'm a DGen, we are the first project to ship 10,000 fully rigged metaverse ready avatars. And that was July 2021. And that's same month, actually, Crypto Novo and his squad live streamed from VR as those characters. And this is like super early on. If you know that era of NFTs, people still trying to understand commercial rights. There's full commercial rights with that. So we were already messing around with VR. We were the first project to be in Jadu AR before Meebits. And although we've collabed with Meebits as well, their DAO, and pretty much focused around the digital aspect of the 3D or metaverse aspect of NFTs. And so what's funny is how all these things interconnect, right? So at NFT NYC, we hung out with Novo in person, and we started talking about this show. And of course, Decentraland is a big part of his storyline. And I also met Noto from MetaView there as well. And so we started talking about, well, how do we get the Voids into Decentraland? And so I think that story started, NFT NYC. There we go. We've got Voids live on the dance floor. I'm getting some chills here just because it's such a dream for us to kind of make our way into Decentraland, because you can't just upload your avatar. There's some hurdles there. And what's really interesting and new, I think, is we have wearables now. So we are now in Decentraland. We kind of hit all the other platforms first because there was no sort of barrier to entry. But now we've launched these really cool, for all Void holders, these masks. So you can see Georgie got her space buns hair and different hairstyles, mohawks, and all types of clothing styles. And so, we got this mask design that you can mix and match with different wearables. And then there's like a full body Void as well, which we're premiering today. And so me and Noto were talking from the MetaView team on a live stream with Crypto Novo about 6 months ago. And he was talking about these metaverse billboards. And so I started to say, well, it's good to have static sort of land plots that have billboards. But now what about sort of brand ambassadors and kind of, these guys can walk around, they can show up to parties, they can wear branded clothing. And so we're literally like spitballing on the show.
And on cue, we all turn around and we put on the MetaView billboards, like right there. Like, Doge, turn around, like show the MetaView billboard. I mean,
and he's in VR, by the way.
VR Neos, and this like right on cue. I mean, and he's talking about it. So we have like VJs, we have DJs, spokesmen, and that's what it is. It's that whole communicative effort, and it's highlighting an NFT project. So it's giving a value case to the users.
And over there's a Void there with a blue beanie on. That is the MetaView wearable, right? And so that kind of, so we tested it out. Dr. Doge is part of this test, and a couple others, Captain Hook and Wampa Stampa, myself, and the MetaView team. And we went to the Decentraland Metaverse Festival, where they had Ozzy Osbourne doing Ozfest. They had Bjork. They had Soulja Boy. And of course, the most famous crypto punk rapper, Spotty Wi-Fi, performing. And we all showed up and pretty much like rated the performance, all rocking MetaView. And well, you could say that it made an impression, because then what started to happen, people started recording videos of us dancing with Spotty Wi-Fi that hit Twitter, that got some extra pickup. And so that is what we're kind of is brand new for us, is that I'm a DGen has a partnership with MetaView in which brands can kind of work with people in our community, content creators, whether it be in VR, AR, Decentraland, many different platforms, because we're across more metaverse platforms than any other avatar project. I'm proud to say that. That means that your brand could be in any metaverse platform across. And as we continue to expand, that's more places you could get your brand if you're Web 2. So if you jump into you have to be a void holder. You have to have this Decentraland wearable. And then we pretty much have a secret role that people get added, and that means it opens up a secret room. We like secret rooms. The bookcase flips around, and then you walk inside like a Scooby-Doo movie. And basically, there'll be postings from brands who want to engage with our community. And then we send out wearables and, hey, show up to this party, and we raid the party, and then you get rewards as a holder, which means, instead of trying to watch the floor price, maybe instead you figure out how to do the thing you already love, which is hang out in the metaverse with your community and earn some rewards at the same time. So yeah, there's a ton of voids on that dance floor. Look at that. I'm so happy. That's like, wow.
It's Novo. Yeah, there's a ton in here.
So
this is
awesome.
Dope. This
I love
is
that
awesome.
you gave out the head too. I'm wearing it. It's great now, essential. But I am so pumped. Like, I have to know something because I don't know if you're gonna drop some alpha tonight, but I keep hearing about the black hole.
The black hole.
I'm sitting on. I got my 5 voids, and I'm like, who's getting pushed in? And I feel like I need to strategize. I need like an insider tip about the black hole. And one of my biggest things is like, I got a peacemaker, pretty, nice rare peacemaker one. I'm like, do I keep the rarity as is and keep them in this dimension, or am I pushing them into the black hole?
Well,
I don't know.
I can't expose too much, but here's what I can tell you. There's over 350 voids that have taken the leap. So for those who don't know what we're talking about, we did an
maybe
announcement.
Explain a little bit about what's going on with this. It's kind of crazy.
So Holiday started posting these videos of the voids climbing into a black hole, and it's phase 2 of the voids. So we're entering a new chapter in 2023. So the black hole is open until the end of the year. There's a wallet address, and it says, at your own risk, with your own bravery, decide whether you want to send your voids in there. They said rarity is not a factor. I guess we'll have to see that play out, but we've seen over 350 voids sent into that hole. Some super grails, some alien VRs have entered there. I mean, some people have really done a bit of both. Some people have scooped the floor and sent it in there. Some people, sent in their favorites. And in terms of what's going to happen, well, I certainly can't drop that. But I think that it's been a really cool thing that I think has brought the community together, even like OGs from back in the days. Now people are like, we saw Stray Bits send some in there. We've seen a couple of people get reactivated and start to discuss, damn, this is my grail. Like, do I want to let that go? You're sitting there like, having to make that decision of like,
yeah, do I send my best little troopers in there, my laser eyes, my Doc Brown goggles, the Peacemaker.
Our biggest holder sent over 200 voids.
Didn't he send them?
So far, he's worked. Yeah, Block News has sent his whole entire collection into the black hole. Yes, he has taken the leap of faith and going.
I think that's what it's about.
Yes.
Leap of faith, though.
Yes.
And there you see
I could be a
Doge
believer.
jumping into the black hole there. Look at that in VR.
Let's look at this. Watch. Here we go.
Oh boy.
Oh, look! It takes
Is
you right
there
back
a
to the
time
Novoverse.
frame on this?
End of
Yes.
year, last day of the year.
End of the
That's
year.
it. The black hole closes. So you got time to think about
Yeah,
it.
this is a pretty
Phase
big
one
deal.
ends.
Yeah, so
Yep.
all voids out there listening, and if you didn't hear about the black hole, you have till the end of the year to jump in or get left behind.
Money Morrison, I just wanted to respond. If you want that
Do it.
DCL head, the void head, any void holder, just jump in the Discord and verify your void, and then you can file a ticket called DCL wearable, and you'll get it sent to you. In addition, I don't know, Novo, if you want to have people comment their wallet under your tweet or something, but we've got some bonus wearables for anyone today. They don't have to be void holders. They're just it's just to celebrate.
Awesome. That's so cool.
If you have
Thanks.
it, you can pin any. Let's see. We'll go to. If you look in, I'll put a pinned tweet up there, and in that pinned tweet, we have the wearables in there, and there is wearables for the Novoverse. If you want wearables for the Novoverse, there are some extra void wearables in there. And then also our good friends at Pixelated Apes have their contest running as well. And all three of those, if I can find the correct button, will be up in one of these pinned tweets here. And it'll be in our program show for today. Let's see. And if you put it in there, any wallet addresses in there, I'll send you wearables in there. Now it's pinned up there to the top, and I'll have to pin it up here in the room as well. And then just to kind of reset the room a little bit here, if you look on the top, there's the giveaways on the top. If you look on the top, it actually shows exactly what we're talking about. It shows Avatar XYZ filters of voids, of CryptoPunk, Crypto Novo, 3706, and then we have Dr. Doge in VR. We are talking about the voids. We were just looking at JR Tokens voids here, and we're wondering which ones we're going to maybe push into.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have now before the end of the year for New Year's a black hole session, and we're gonna have to throw some in, of course. Like, you got to do it.
I mean, are there any up there that you are like totally
Yeah.
against, and that you're like, nah, I'm definitely going to save one of those and keep it as is?
Well, that's the thing is, like, I don't know if I'm trashing a rare, like, if my Peacemaker helmet is super rare and I push it into this void, it's not technically it won't be rare or part of the collection anymore, so I'd be saying bye-bye to that. So I'm almost wondering to hang on to my most rare voids, and let's you know, the beanie, pipe, and maybe laser eyes in.
I guess it's a question of digital trust, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trust.
This guy looks
Make-
like he's ready to. That guy right there, he's like, you
Well,
know
he's
what?
over. He has got nothing to
What
lose.
do I got? Yeah. He's got eyes of gold. Yeah, he's ready for the other side. He
He's
doesn't,
ready to
you know.
go. All right,
no
I
telling.
have to.
Got the
I have
pipe,
to. I
yeah.
have to. Yeah, I
It's
need.
a hard
I can't. This
decision.
is not one of those things. No, if I know what you're trying to do, you're like, just send it now. It's whatever.
Yeah,
No.
we need it now. We need it now.
Don't worry. We'll
No.
record it, and as we just go, click goodbye. See ya.
I have to admit, I've talked with people like even with Block Muse, you know, one of our largest holders that sent his entire collection, you know, people like Cap, just several other people. This is kind of like there's different levels of like conviction there. Like people have been almost like mind fucked because it's like, yeah, you know, it's okay. Some of them are sent like I'd die if my Dr. Doge ever left my wallet, right? But at the same time, people had like Block Muse. He was like, you know what? Not well, screw it. If you love something, let it go and let's see what, you know. And like, there's two different levels and like multiple layers of like how people are viewing. Okay, like you just said, do I send a Grail? Do I not? Like nobody.
Like,
really
I mean,
knows.
think about that emotional
You know, honestly,
connection in
that's-
that bond,
yeah.
right? You're bonded to the community, but
Yeah.
you're also bonded to like that specific PFP, even if you don't use it. So I want to ask a question to Avery. Like, okay, so you got your Grail sneakers, right? You got your Grails, even the ones that you collected back in the days. So if Nike or Jordan or you know, whoever Artifact is saying, hey, just send them into the black hole. You know what I mean? Is that a similar type of decision there that you got to make where you're like, nah, I can't send these ones, right?
You could recycle them and get a really cool shoe in
Yeah, it's a tough
return.
one. I feel like there's definitely like two schools of thought where it's like Doge said, it's like almost like you loved something so much you can let it go, and then there's the people who are like absolutely not, like this is now my identity and it can never move. So I feel like I don't know, for me, it like you mentioned, honestly, it's really about trust. And if I trust a group of people or a creator or a founder enough, I think I'm willing to go all the way. So I think I'd definitely be able to send it in with conviction for a hopeful return on the investment of sending it into the black hole.
I do want to give it a chance
Especially
to
when it's
Noto
not
to
a-
speak too.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
On kind of what he's working on. He's got some big developments as well with the whole MetaView thing, and maybe what's been your experience working with the Voids or whatever's on your mind, man.
Yeah, man. I was just listening to amazing talks, and hey, Dr. Dodge, Novo, JR Token, Invitation. So
No.
all the Novo faces. I love
So-
being with you, and then that's amazing. Like, Voids are one of the most engaging communities I have seen in many places I go around in the Web3, and even now you can see how we are invading together Decentraland. So we started out like talking with Novo with MetaView billboards back in the beginning of the summer, and now you can see already we brought the advertising to the new level, bringing brand ambassadors together with the voice, which is like totally new experience, both for the content creators and both for the advertisers, right? So most of the traffic currently in metaverses happens during the events. So that's where it's very effective for brands to have the brand ambassadors in different events happening in. And we all understood this basically during the Metaverse Music Festival. And when you see group of content creators with the same wearables at the same place at the event, it just gets in the screenshots, in the pictures, in the content, and it's amazing tool for both, right? So I myself tried together with couple voice, Dr. Dodge, Digital Acid, and a couple of them in the Metaverse Music Festival. It was so fun, right? We were going together, dancing, talking on the Discord, taking pictures, and everybody was looking at us. What's happening with these guys? Why they are wearing like all the same and stuff like that? So that's a cool thing, and we're gonna have one amazing big brand probably coming in at the end of the year. So we're gonna wait during the new year, and we're gonna spread the news basically.
Nice.
In the beginning of the next week. I'm just saying this alpha today
That's
here.
alpha.
And all this thing, I'm so happy started in the show with the Novo, right? So basically, these talks turned to business. And I'm more than happy. We have amazing news together with the Voids and amazing plans for the 2023. Since more and more brands are coming into the Web3, I'm always talking with them in around the world. And what's cool about it is that nobody just kind of looking only advertising all the billboards, but we are working with them on the full scale campaigns, which can be integrating brand ambassadors, billboards, and any other option of advertising. So yeah, basically, I'm more than happy we are moving this thing forward. And what's cool about it is that we are enjoying on the process. So it's not just a like usual job. We all enjoy at the same time what we are doing. And if you are a content creator at the same time and enjoy having fun with friends and community members, that's an amazing place. And at the same time, getting rewards out of it. So yeah, and with MetaView for the next year, we have huge plans of onboarding as many international brands as possible. So you will see yourselves, and we will be posting all the news both in MetaView and Imadegen Discords and Twitter. So please follow up, and I will be more than happy to answer anytime any of your questions. And I will be also actively involved myself.
That's the alpha right there, though. I'm a DGen, X MetaView, X a big brand, and if and if you want to be a part of that, then you need to be an I'm a DGen holder. So it's a cool utility, and I'm super excited. I can't leak the name, but man, oh man.
Just teaser alpha. Wait till the beginning of the next week after the Christmas Eve and day. Probably we're gonna.
Mhm.
Well, I like to announce things live on show, so feel free to come on and announce it at any time. And you are right, and you say in the Novoverse. The Novoverse is our show, and it's the show, and it's the show for all of us to come out here and make a name for ourselves. Talk about whatever our expertise is if it's flying Black Hawk helicopters in VR.
Next to a giant
Billboard,
MetaView.
if it's pulling
Club.
things in the metaverse as best as you can. Right now I have a frozen screen on there, so sorry if I have that and no one else does, let me know. But we're all in this together, and we do spend time, and time is valuable, and I know that you're a couple hours past midnight in your native land, so thanks for staying up late, and all those times for staying up late to provide entertainment, to provide billboards within the realm here. And brand ambassador. I mean, within the whole context of the Voyage, you can tell where the community and the community members and growth have been. And here it is. I'm scrolling through your guys' MetaView, and you're retweeted the outside of the Novoverse right there. And it's just I greatly appreciate that. And it goes back and forth where we're helping each other forge what's new in this space, and having sponsorship, having the billboards, having a fan base, crowd, a party is what it's all about, what you guys have been doing. And it's cool. It's cool stuff.
I quickly want to add that it's kind of itself became tradition that we just take all the screenshots and pictures in the Novoverse in front of MetaView billboard. And if you scroll the Twitter, you can see so many user-generated content taken in front of the Novoverse. Even our main promotional video always.
Yeah, it's not in there. And there's someone with a skateboard or a hoverboard in there. There's one right there, and it helps. My name's not even on there, but the liked image of what Dr. Doge created. I didn't create the Novoverse. He actually physically architected it, put it all up in there, and you guys work very well together with Dr. Doge and his team, and we're all in this together, and it's about adding cool things within the space. And why not just have, if not, all I'd be looking at right here would just be some clouds. So this billboard is for rents. If you need that, you can have all these Void eyes on there right now. Some very tech savvy people that know what they're doing, from this Rasta alien with a metal long pipe.
Yes.
It's lit. The MetaView, there you are with the skateboard. I love it. JR Token right here with the blaster arm.
Sick.
And then we even added over here. Look at this.
What? Look at that. Permanent.
Yo.
Got it.
By the way, Money Morrison, check your hidden folder.
Oh, Nelly.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, Nelly. Money Morris 7.
Let's
Thank you for
go.
always tuning in. Thank you for always doing that. Do I have anything planned for Christmas and the Novoverse? The 24th, we're going to have a show. We're going to pull people on. I mean, there's people that just want to come on, talk about their NFT, talk about their NFT projects. I want to give the gift that keeps on giving, like the Jelly of the Month Club, and give the opportunity for these aliens, apes, and zombies to come on the show and showcase their stuff. Nothing formal. So if you have something going on, Money Morris 7, come on the show. You can talk about it. My good friend Avery Piper is always there for, being the good co-host. And we're just trying to help people out in this space, and know a better way than help all each other out. And these all turn into live business meetings, what happened here. And almost going back to what Avery Piper was talking about before with, having that avenue of, maybe I'm making 5 or 10% more on physical shoes because people want it IRL, because they're on vacation, because they're in a shop, because maybe I can sell it on consignment. It's something that it goes to show. Here, foot traffic. Pretty much nothing else would be happening in the Novoverse on this welcoming Wednesday if it wasn't for the Void showing up in the hordes that they do, and showing off the new I'm a DGen head, you know, we'll put it up there. Money Morris said it perfect. Who doesn't like some good head? You know, good. I'm a DGen head right there. You guys are
Facts.
Yeah.
That's intergalactic.
It's alien-
That's
it's alien
cosmic.
head,
yeah,
man.
that's
It's
completely
out of this
Ooh,
world.
that is it. He's gonna
Yeah.
check that now, and then the next thing you know is maybe it's onboarding Money Morris 7 to come in the Novoverse, sport off that wonderful head of his, you know, and maybe I'll talk to Dr. Doge about, whoa, how are you flying? Helium 420 just was
Who?
totally
Me?
flying there. I got to learn that.
I
trick.
saw that too. I was thinking the same thing. Like,
Oh.
what the hell? Where flying option?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something they slipped it. Y'all know I like to fly.
Hey,
Hold
Dr.
on, like let
Dozier.
me try. I'm over here. Look, wait. Also, I'm sending this. If you're looking at my screen, I'm about to
Hey,
send
Dr.
this
Doge, are you
message.
doing my screen live?
from
Do I
VR.
have live motion on?
Yeah, no,
Closing the
you're
mouth
live.
is
Yeah, you're live.
He's
back
in
there. Like,
VR,
y'all
looking
are-
at AR,
Yeah.
looking at live stream, looking at Decentraland. It's very meta.
I'm about to send y'all a message. Yeah, I'm about to send this message right here that I'm sending into the Decentraland is about to be sent from VR. Y'all are watching me do this now.
And you want to hear something
Like,
crazy
right
with
here.
all that
Like,
is
watch this.
I'm recording this and I can mint this
Bam.
live if I wanted to on a layer 2. So we can,
And he
Let's
claimed
Let's
it
go.
live through
I might get-
VR.
I'm gonna get sucked into my computer screen like a
Yes.
Freddy Krueger movie because all this Inception's going on.
Yeah. I don't know. My recording stopped about 4 or 5 minutes ago. I'm trying to restart it in it. Yeah, because I got so much. I've got so much running, but it's there. It's faithful. It's running, bro. This PC has taken the leap of faith,
Man,
and
these things
yeah,
will
it's
blow
running.
mind of usual
Not in the
people.
black hole yet,
Like,
but
that's crazy things you are doing, Dr. Joe. I like.
dude, thank you,
But
thank
here's-
you,
but
thank
here's
you.
the thing.
Like, it wouldn't be possible without y'all. Like, yeah, like the support, like the gang, the void. Like since day one, since I minted the voids. Novo, you remember that first day in Somnium Space? You remember those few there? Like, look, we're still here. Like,
You
it's nuts. Like,
You
thank
know you're
y'all.
doing well. You know you're doing well when you're getting spammed. I don't know if you guys can read that.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Looking for that alien love. That's what's
Just
going
looking.
on.
You mentioned
They heard about the
Cosmic
head.
Head, and yeah, there you go.
For all my friends that are listening, you can go on the top one of the top tweets up there. We're actually watching this live, but you know we're getting spammed here hard, and in one of I don't know, either Twitch or YouTube or one of them, and you know
YouTube's picking up on some alien
ready for
love
that.
language and going nuts.
And well, I mean, here's the thing, Dr. Doge, is you're so far ahead of the game, just like the Voids being ahead of the game, being able to be a file that you drop that we were all able to drop in and get in on VR. So when the time is right for the masses, when they come with these VR headsets, they're going to want to promote, they're going to want to advertise. I mean, we're going to be set. It's going to be done. They're going to know the best creators in the world, the best designers in the world. You know, I mean, before you know it, I mean, the Pokemons, they're going to be, you know, you're going to have to catch them all, including in Neos, including the Decentraland, including all of the above, because that's what it is, being 2 steps ahead and knowing pushing the technological boundaries on all this and having not only one, but like 5 or 6 metaverses going on. And now I'm sharing actually your screen of what's happening because my screen is actually frozen. And you have more things going on, so I'm jealous. You have one of those supercomputers that could send things to space, and I know you have sent things to space.
Oh yeah. We send that to every day. I got rockets. They're waiting in other
Void
worlds.
Spin's
I just
coming
hit
in
the
2
button,
minutes,
and
so
they're
thank
going.
you, you know, for the Void Army there.
Let's go.
This is from Money Morris himself. Thanks so much. Oh, on the way to the Novoverse. All right, and that's how it works. We just onboarded someone there, my friends. I'm just going to tell 5 or 6
Let's
people
go.
about that, and it's just going to snowball and snowball, and that's the point of just having some fun. Back to the I'm a Degens because they have so much going on. How do they get? How would they send something into this unknown void?
So in our Discord, there's an announcement post with all the really cool video promos and images of voids entering the black hole. But along with that, there's a wallet address, and you just do a transfer, and you transfer your alien into the black hole, and then black hole closes last day of the year, and then the new chapter will unveil. And as you can see, we got a bunch of announcements back to back to back. Literally, I think we're doing an announcement like every day, but now it's going to ramp up all the way throughout the end of the year. And then we got some new platform announcements too, of new places you can use the Void. So you can already use the Void in like dozens of places, but now we have even more about to launch. So yeah, so if you want to be part of the Black Hole event, make sure you transfer it to that wallet address that is in the Discord announcements by end of year. If you want your Void head, the cosmic head, you'll need to verify your Void, and then you can see the DCL ticket system. And if you want to be part of the brand ambassador program with MetaView, which you might want to do that soon because that announcement's coming, all you got to do is claim the Void head, of course, and then we'll do some light onboarding. And once you're qualified, then you get a new role, and then you'll be in a room where all of these brands will request, hey, show up to this festival or show up to this event, and we'll take it from there. And then you just decide, hey, I want to join that event, or I want to opt out of that event, or however you like. And then at the end of, you do some screen recording and hang out. We all do like a voice chat together, coordinate. We attend the festival or concert, and then at the end, you receive your awards once you upload your screen recording and stuff like that. So it's a really cool program to kind of receive rewards for being a holder, not for getting rid of your NFT, which is sort of the opposite of a lot of concepts that we see in the space. We want people to learn how to use their Void. So like, for example, if you know how to convert your Void for Sonium Space or VR chat, and reskin to put a brand on your avatar, then that's going to give you that extra edge there of, being selected in that platform over another platform. So the more places you learn how to use your avatar, the more chances of earning rewards, and you get free wearables. Plus you hang out with the community as well, which is fun. I mean, we went to a concert together and earned rewards. Like, oh my God, terrible. In the metaverse. Like, it's exactly what we wanted to do anyways, right?
Yeah, I'm a DJ. Go ahead.
I'm in their Discord. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm in their Discord right there. On the left-hand side, you can see it, members only, DCL wearables. You can get these AR filter. You can get an AR filter created there as well. It's a ticket, so you pretty much tap it in, and then they're going to ask you, pretty much, what do you want to create, or what do you want to transfer over? So that's where it is. Here's the official announcements page. Make sure you're just tuning into that, and make sure so that clicks you into the right things, including where I am right here where we're all at right here in the metaverse. Thank you for posting that, guys. I appreciate that.
For sure. We're always in here too, like any help anybody ever needs. Like, I mean, I know you see there's some of us we're in like the streaming channel, whether it's that, like there's pretty much all hours within. If you've got something, they'll get to you like within reasonable time. I mean, it's all over.
There's another level of inception right here. I'm going to join their VR chat right here, or not the VR chat. Yeah, the VR chat within Discord. So you can go in there. I'll probably have a horrible echo if I was in there. But there it is. Like I can, this is all accessible to wherever you need it to be. So even if you're listening on Spaces, you can hop in on Discord, listening on your phone. More people are trying. There's APs just turning in right there.
And also, if you scroll down on the left-hand side, there's even more. So there's the iMaversity, and that's all the different, locations, like different apps and programs. If you want to learn how to do Blender, if you want to learn, there's people teaching each other Unity in there. So it's like Cinema 4D. You see it, Maya, SnapLens. So I would say that one of the best benefits of our community is actually like learning skills that you can actually use your avatar, but then people go on to like design wearables and or learn how to build AR. And so I think it's like a very different community because we're all like DIY techies trying to build something with technology and culture together. Avery, you had something you wanted to say?
Yeah, thanks for calling me out. Yeah, I definitely like one thing that really stands out when you're talking about it is this whole idea of, I'm a Degens or I'm a verse, like the idea of you guys really being metaverse testers, which I fucking like. I just love that. And I think Dr. Doge is somebody like on the show who like helps, like, in my opinion, like helps kind of get a different perspective of different metaverses, especially because he's like so well versed in the one that he uses. Like, to me, yeah, something that's just really cool about what you've leaned into here is the whole idea of like everybody, kind of being a part of like, hey, like what's the best aspect of this metaverse and what's the best aspect of that? And like, like you mentioned in the beginning, like not every metaverse is like interoperable in a way where you can just drop your void there, but there are cases where you can do that. And then if there aren't, you kind of figure it out as you go. But the whole idea of like not using your community, but building up with your community and kind of being like, like what's the best thing here? Because it's so early, it's so nice to have that kind of like people working together in order to see what's best, because nobody knows what's best yet. I'm not sure if you're partial or like work specifically with different metaverses, but the whole idea of like being able to test them out is like the biggest thing here, in my opinion. And I feel like that's where Voids kind of have an edge over so many other communities, is like you guys want to be the testers of the space. So I have a lot of respect for that. And even though like Voids aren't something I bought, definitely something I'm interested in now and will check out more. So you just converted somebody over. So
yeah,
excited.
I think that we were proud to be at like the first metaverse tribe. And what I mean by that is like we even have an OpenSea that captured all of these moments of Voids entering Grand Theft Auto, Voids being in part of a metaverse rock band, which is now on clothing in Uniqlo in Taiwan. And there's all these different moments, and one of our community members actually minted all of this just so history couldn't be rewritten, A, but B, to show our sort of evolution. And, it's visitors, because imagine we're an advanced species that visit these metaverses before anybody's there, because we were the first to have these metaverse-ready avatars. So back in July 2021, some of these places you show up, there's no one there because you're still waiting for projects to launch their avatars.
Aliens are there, though. Voids are
exactly.
there.
And we're learning this. We bring our ancient teachings, our sort of advanced technology, and we're learning. And what's funny is that lots of projects, including clones, we've helped them get into VR for the first time. We helped a lot of really apes. We've helped every probably big project that cared about metaverse. Probably we were the first ones to bring Jadu Avas into VR on day one of Mint. So we have this information that you can learn from our community, and that's what I love, that we like to teach each other and all that stuff. And even what you were throwing up on the screen there, Novo, you were showing the new Jadu AR app, and they just launched a battle mode today in which two Avas can fight each other. But we were the first full project to launch into the AR of Jadu, and where Meatbits had to be manually loaded into there. So that's just the hard truth. And in 1 year plus, we've had a lot of time to test and explore all these metaverses, learn the ins and outs, the file formats, the conversions, this and that. And so, it's been a pleasure kind of exploring all these spots. And hey, this month we're in this new platform. But yeah, we're in that app. So if you sign into Jadu's app, you can your Void can ride a hoverboard, fly a jetpack, and then as soon as that battle mode is out of beta mode, then Voids will be able to battle Avas and battle.
I can't wait. I was hoping you were going to say that. That's why I shared it, because I know there's a tight kinship with the Jadu fam, and you guys were definitely in there first as like being able to ride those hoverboards and the jetpacks, and now they launched this like pretty dope NFT based fighting simulator that's
Yep.
going to be a full blown game, and they did it in 3 weeks. Pretty awesome. But I was hoping that you were going to say that we could probably use the voids in there as
Look
kick
what
some
Doge
ass.
has. He has a Jadu hoverboard in
This is a
VR.
little magic, bro. This is you never got to
Nice.
see this yet, Digital. So there
That's
was a
cool.
time when this is Cap's actual Captain Hoax, his actual Jadu hoverboard, and I put some custom work into it. But we've actually made it flyable here in VR, and I'll just give you a little taste of that here.
So Jadu didn't build this VR
No,
hoverboard, and it doesn't
no.
look like that because it's fully customized, and it
Yeah,
doesn't fly in VR, but because of voids, it does
I
now.
built this.
Bye.
And I added the RGB stuff to
that's
the
so
back of it
cool.
so that
That's
when
really
it like
sick.
this. Here, let me get a
So
better angle
awesome.
for y'all.
Look at the emissions off that. That is sweet.
So
Dude.
cool.
This took me about
Polluting the planet, but
3
it's good.
hours. Yeah, like it's pretty fucking, dude. It's fun.
And here's the thing: is
I
like
love this stuff.
what he's viewing in his VR headset is like probably.
I
10
control this with my head. Yeah, like this. Like my hands control nut. Like so, what if I lean my head this ways? If I go this ways?
Isn't that
If I
nuts?
go this ways?
Oh, man.
The only thing I control with my hands is the speed, bro. So I'm
Yeah.
like, this is all the flying. This is just
No, it's still
And
fun.
in that one
That's so
photo,
cool.
you got Jadu, you got Voids, you have MetaView, you have Crypto Novo,
A
and I
clone
think
app.
you've got some Clonex in there and some of the sneakers.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at that yacht.
I've actually got a custom. Y'all might have seen it earlier. The yellow jacket. So y'all are familiar with Vega.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
actually made a yellow jacket gang world. So
Look at the
he
black
made some
hole.
custom. Yeah. Oh, the black hole. Let me go fly through it. Watch this. Hold on. Watch this.
He
Yeah,
displayed
let's see
that
it.
last
If
week.
you survive it, I'll
It's
definitely
crazy.
throw my
Doc, the black hole is almost just like the portals, like the artifact portals, where you just go into like a,
Mhm.
almost like you're on Cyber, where you just go into a whole different, whole different world. You know,
Oh wait. Wait. Yeah. I might have broke the portal.
gotta
I might
go
have
to
broke
man.
the portal.
the phone booth. I want to
This
say
journey
what's
we
up-
have to get off.
I want to
the
say what's up
hoverboard.
to Meta Knight. Meta Knight, thank you for tuning in. If you don't know who Meta Knight is, yeah, that's right. That's Money Morris 7. He is in Decentraland. Thank you, Voids, for onboarding someone. He is in Decentraland. I'm standing next to his beautiful Void. Same hat that you're rocking right there.
Ooh,
And
branding.
you got it. And that's
Nice.
what it is. He is. Oh well, might as well pull him in right there on the screen. He's right there. So, Money Morris 7. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for jamming with us and having a good time, because that's what it is. And gaining a little information along the way, getting some free wearables, and making a name. So feel free to retweet, take some selfies, all that good stuff, because all that adds up to a good time. When do we want to, actually like portal jump into this? Let's see what I
Dude,
was
look at
thinking.
those sneakers. Those are the artifact
Yeah.
sneakers. Doge even has the Animus. The he's got the unreleased. There's the artifact egg. The Clonex. Come on, man. Nobody's doing it like this.
What's in the egg, bro?
so
What's in the
crazy.
fucking
I
egg,
didn't
bro?
even
What's in
know,
the
man.
What's in the jacket, bro? Not a coat. That's an inside joke, by the way. If you know Vega in the torch, but like, I mean, look at this. Look.
So cool.
Artifact. It's not a coat. Got that. This one here. That's actually dual. So if you look close,
That's your carpet.
Gucci Man's. Yeah. This was originally like the star walkway from like Hollywood, and it was a little
Look at
bit with the textures. So I did a double video. So the inner ones is Gucci Man's Lemonade video, since everything's yellow, and the outer is Vega on here.
Man,
I made the custom. Wait till you see this. Right, watch this. This is the custom yellow jacket gang car. I got that on the license plate. But watch this. For customizations, there's a full-on mechanics lift, so you can do whatever customization you want to it. Yeah. all in VR. This is this is why I'm telling people think I'm addicted. I used to just shit post on Twitter a lot, and then I found life. I found this.
You can still shit post. That's awesome.
Yeah, I still could. Yeah, I gotta be careful though. Can't I don't have many alts like a lot of people, so I gotta. My main one, if that goes, that goes. Oh yeah, that's the one he made. That's the custom. That's my yellow jersey void.
Wow,
with,
that
the
looks
yellow jacket.
great.
Thank you. I don't think we can. let me see.
I know that AP and JR Token got a roll in a minute or two. I do have a question before you go. Some of these I might want to toss in might want to have these guys degen out a little bit more. If you had to pick one of these to toss in out of my group, which one you would do? The honorary one, I'm probably not tossing in because I don't even know if it actually has the mechanics to do it. A real, it is a real void, but there's
Space.
like 5 or 6 honorary.
I vote fishbowl space helmet. Seems ready for a black hole jump.
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right. I gotta vote for the fishbowl. All right, the astronaut helmet.
I think I'm the same way, Novo. I feel like the astronaut helmet. Man. I think that's the one.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to agree.
That was the same one that I launched into VR, so that might just be appropriate. That's just a test pilot for this.
Oh
experiment.
yeah.
The jersey one here was actually a gift from another Void member because we wanted to be on the same team, the same basketball team, and then this one I just have a liking to just because of the traits that it has right here. Having multiple traits with the tie dye, being a 10 trait, a little bit rare, and a minted one as well. So. I don't know. Those are the ones that I wanted to keep a little bit close to the chest. And maybe before we go, JR Token and AP, I don't know if you guys saw this. Maybe this was a present to myself. But here on the top row, I don't know if you saw what one of these things are, but they're treating themselves this year.
Yeah, man.
Those are gonna be
shit.
crazy
Those go
shoes.
crazy. Those look like something that Dr. Doge would make, honestly. Like
Dr.
Doge, you would make shit like that. You would make it light up, like it would be amazing. That's so cool though. I love how they especially Novo, I love the fact that you got the space ones. Those are by far the coolest and wildest ones.
I was going to go with the stoned ones, the whiter ones. I thought those looked sharp. And then
tuxedo, they look like tuxedo shoes.
Yeah.
But Novo, you have
dance
your own
floor, you know what I mean?
honorary, right? You have your own honorary artifact sneaker as well.
I do, and I wanted
Damn.
and these are
you ain't got to flex like this, bro.
here's
flex
part
on
of it. There's a thought behind it, my friends. And the thought behind it is like part of the crew member is AP, and he is very knowledgeable in the shoe world. And part of that is if he finds a happy home for it and the price is right, then I would give him a cut. But I might want to put them on my feet first. They might want to walk across the stage. They might do a couple things. We might tell stories about where these shoes have been, and that might actually add to the value of it. It might not,
provenance.
Sometimes you open those things up, then they lose value. So these are things I want to think about. I actually approach it from a financial stake, though nothing I ever talk about is financial means. You're listening, financial advice. You're listening to someone with a clown nose that uses an AR filter. So with that, I just want to have fun in this space. This is outside my means of spending by any means, but I said that too when I had my CryptoPunks forged, and that turned into 3 artifact shoes. I almost envision a day where Nike is going to pay me to walk with those shoes. And that's what I envision. So I think these shoes are going to pay for themselves on me walking with those shoes. And maybe
I think the honoraries worn is like a Jordan worn sneaker, like
That's
a
right.
game,
I
a
think
game
that's such a good
sneaker.
call.
Like,
Yeah.
bro, like,
Such a good call. Novo worn, Novo worn shoe. That's like the authentic original artifact.
and he documents it, right?
More.
Like
It's
all
worth
over Twitter.
more than the unused one.
Exactly. And I was actually going to ask you that in the beginning of the episode because you were talking about people who would want to reveal later. But the question is, if the provenance is coming from someone like Crypto Novo, does that add value? If, for example, sometimes you get like a pair of sneakers that comes with a t-shirt, right? Or like comes with a box, and then this one doesn't come with a box. What if it's like an NFT that didn't come with the wearable because someone used it or already claimed some sort of extra NFT? Like, does that discount it? And then who owned it, like, is a certified pre-owned that's been passed and maybe 5 legends have owned it different?
That's what I was
from
thinking more so. I'm a DJ, and I feel like one thing that's not talked about yet in the NFT world, at least like to the degree that I think it will in the future, is the idea of who owned the NFT before you and what does that mean for the value of the NFT later. Like Novo has NFTs, if I'm not mistaken. The one that he has right now that he's rocking was owned by Pranksy. Is that right, Novo?
The hoodie I sold and bought another hoodie was owned by.
Got it. Okay, so in the case of that type of thing, wouldn't it be cool to own a CryptoPunk in the future, which we all hopefully will, that was owned by Pranksy or Novo or somebody like legendary in the space? I feel like that value add is crazy and nobody talks about it yet because nobody knows what it means.
I bought a Void from Crypto Novo. I saw it listed and I bought it. And later we ended up hanging out and all that stuff. But the reason why I bought it and the reason why I won't let it go is because of that transfer and that sort of immutable aspect of the previous owner, which you see the same thing with collectibles with Rolexes, for example, that are used, they're banged up, they're scratched, and actually they're going for triple retail just because of who owned it or what was the life of that. Like what it went through. It was a diver, it was a skydiver, it was a military guy, whatever.
And the thing of it is, the Void that you got from me was a featured Void in contents and tweeted videos, right. And it's the go-to. JR Token AP, if you guys got to go, I know you guys got a working day. Happy holidays. The 24th, I'm probably just going to jam again on Saturday.
Let's do it.
Because maybe help our European, but like if the others want to stay on and jam, we can jam some more. Pixelated Ape,
like a good black hole date.
Yeah, let's find a black.
We'll do that.
And these
let's toss them
in.
JRR, I love your sweater, by the way. FUD.
Yeah.
Font.
As I said, it's fire. It's also a collectible.
Do you want to toss them in?
It is true.
You want to toss them in on the 24th on Saturday, or when do you want to do it?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
We'll have a black.
I'll be there too.
Throw them in the pit. All right.
Count me in.
What do you got to lose?
Peace.
Everything to gain.
Yep.
Token AP, take it easy. Peace. I'm a DJ. Anything else you want to talk about in the space? I know within that Discord we were talking about prior. They have the learnables on the side there. Let's see. I'll go back to that Discord if I can get the right button. And within that, you have the DCL wearables, AR filter wearables, but then you have the NeoStar, which Dr. Doge is helping orchestrate and onboard people in there. And I'm in there right now in, I'm screen sharing within a screen share. I'm surprised. I got to feel how warm my computer is right now.
There's also 2 versions of you on screen. That has to be said as well.
Right.
Simultaneously as one. That's magic within itself. 2 places, 2 that's magic.
So the recap, let's give people a recap here who are tuning in. If you're just tuning in now, you can go to Twitter, you can go to Twitch, you can go to all of our Twitter handles. You can go to YouTube at CryptoNovo311 to view pretty much the giveaways. I mean, it is that time of year where living is giving, and you have Decentraland wearables. We have Money Morris dancing center stage right now with his wearable he just got during the show. That's how fast it is. And he's right there as Meta Knight. What is it? 7 Meta Knight C7 E7. So thank you for tuning in and claiming those. And then we're in Neos as well, where we're just cycling through all the Void right here. But we have hopping into the black hole. I mean, there's going to be announcements after announcements. Best thing to do is stay in the announcements page within the Discord, because that is the most live and direct.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, let's see. Let me think about a little bit of alpha I can drop here. So, yeah, I haven't said this anywhere. So this week we're going to be, I believe this week we have a game that actually was built by a community member, and he actually used his commercial IP rights to his Void along with a couple other projects, of course Void being the first one. And so he uses 3D Avatar as a game developer, built a game in Unreal Engine, and now when you sign in with your Void NFT into his game, not only do you get to play the game for free, but also you become a Void in his game. So that's like a good example of like what you can do with a 3D file plus commercial IP rights. He kind of made it the hero of the game if you are from the Void community, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna do a Twitter Spaces with their team. So that's one little piece of alpha. The other piece of alpha, I'm gonna keep it light here, but it's super important. We've actually connected with other 3D projects, and we're sort of making like I don't know how to explain this. Basically, an interoperability group where we're banding together with other communities, and it will allow all these communities to connect together under one single connection. On the technology side, it's there's a server, there's like an API connection. It's encrypted as with the same encryption level as Bitcoin. And it's for 3D avatars specifically, connecting with metaverse platforms, and we haven't seen anything like that. So that's going to be coming soon, really soon. Yeah, and we've got some more platform announcements, and the education part that you're talking about in the Discord, with all these different rooms. We want people to be able to learn these skills, and so there's going to be some rewards as well for learning how to do stuff with your Void, whether that be doing a Blender render or learning how to import your avatar into VR or AR. And so I think that that's really the power of our community is education, building, actually creating stuff with your assets. Learning stuff, and actually, like, instead of just staring at your OpenSea NFT and just looking at it waiting for a number to go up or to go down, you actually get to use your NFT every day. So we're going to be big in Decentraland, raiding lots of parties, and then of course you can receive rewards for using your avatar in the metaverse through MetaView. So lots, and then of course there's that huge brand announcement that's coming as well, plus the black hole. So I mean, we're firing at all cylinders here. Yeah, man.
I mean, I got that UFO in the Novaverse all lined up, ready for all the aliens, apes, and zombies to come there and enjoy it. Yeah, I mean, let's do it. Let's rock it. Let's get all the people here. And like you're saying, it's just the beginning. All these files that you get from these Voids have been ridiculous of what we can been able to do with it. Instead of it just sitting in your OpenSea wallet, like you said, get out there and have fun with it. I mean, you saw Money Morris out there and do it real easily within the confines of this show. 15, 20 minutes, he was able to get it all logged in and doing it. And then not only that, Dr. Doge, for the amount of people he onboards, I've seen it, how fast he can do that. If it's not a Void, it could be a clone. If you don't own a clone, it could be anything. It could be, you can grow your own beard if you wanted to get your own beard grown real quick. It's all about helping us out. So I'm going to wind it down here on this welcoming Wednesday, but if you guys want to plug in and just announcements, by all means. Saturday, we're gonna try to push for a black hole party, and then we'll just start tossing tossing them in there. Get them all logged in on Discord, and show people how to get a filter on Discord, how to get a wearable on Discord, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, and if anybody wants those free wearables, whether that be from Novo or from us, we've got some goodies for today's party. So make sure you comment, I guess, on the pinned tweet, and you'll receive those later on today. So yeah, don't miss this opportunity. You guys would be the first one. Actually, Money Morrison, the skin he got. He's the after Novo, he's the first person to get it. So that's like world premiere. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah, make sure you drop your wallet ID, whether that or in our Discord, and we'll get you some goodies.
Put them out there, because you know what, these wearables are fun. They're good to have in the parties, and people ask, where'd you get it? How'd you get them? And that's what you want, is that communication, that wavelength in there. That's why I'm passing out those Novo heads. There again, just DM me. Anyone, you can just DM me at any time. I prefer a tweet, because that way it just makes it public knowledge that you want some wearables, so then other people know where to go and get those wearables. It's on my pin tweet right now, but feel free to DM me if you don't know what you're looking for, and I can get you all linked in with whatever we need in that wearable space for sure. And then if you need these sweet AR filters right there, they have that in the I'm a DGen Discord as well. Crypto Novo's Discord. Anything else for the good of the order? I mean, Saturday, I think we're just going to jam again this Saturday. Try to same thing.
Yep. Any specific time? We got a thing. Yeah, I know I'm on here pretty much anytime. I'm always here.
Probably
so
be like,
y'all just let me know.
Probably like 10 in the morning Central Time, because that way it's like midday for our friends in Europe before they go off into their holidays, and try to get some of our European friends involved. So our friend Noto doesn't need to wake up at 4 in the morning to join a stream again. Doing that, what a battler that guy is, but that's why he's successful in that space. Pixelated Apes, you got. Thank you for tuning in the whole time. Anything you want to talk about here towards the end of the show? Anything for the giveaway? Those are also up there in the top tweets. It's something I retweeted as well. So give them some love. They're adding utility. There again, him tuning in from Israel, halfway around the world. Thank you for tuning in and being part of the community. I mean, he's giving away ETH to his community members as well, to help them through the time, to pretty much offset the minting cost of it. So, I mean, that is a genius way to engage that community. I love the Pixelated stuff, motion, all that stuff. You can stake it. He put that up in the top tweets as well. If you need a refresher on any of that is in what we recorded here today, because this is all recorded and we're live and we can mint it and we're in Decentraland. There's so many ands, I feel like I'm a void. With all of that being said, I forgot this in the beginning, but we don't need to forget it at the end.
69.
I don't know if everyone can hear it, but I can hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, I can hear
I'm
it.
6. Thanks, my friend. Any songs, music, anything like that. This is from Halloween. So you can look at Christmas to Halloween.
No verse.
I'm 6 on the music here.
We are in the Novo verse. Novo verse.
He's stuck in all your heads.
We in the Novo verse.
Everyone's head.
Verse.
He's a void too.
He is a void.
Novo verse.
Right, he's got a beauty.
In the Novo verse. In the Novo verse. NFTs in the Novo verse. The Novo verse.
That UFO is amazing.
Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. Appreciate it.
We are in the Novo verse. Novo verse.
Should have played our Void song. Man, Saturday, remind me, Void song. Let's put it in the notes. Again, thanks to all my aliens, apes, and zombies. This is Crypto Novo here with AP. That's Avery Piper. We had JRR Token. I'm a DGen. Dr. Doge, thanks for every time for helping out with all this cool stuff. into Decentraland 2369. You can run over there. Check out the void that they have over there. Live business meeting. Let's get a URL hooked up to this. Maybe it just goes to your guys' Discord or your website, and they can just get a URL link right there. Doesn't do anything. We can get it in there. All my friends, all my aliens, apes, and zombies, thank you for tuning in. We'll be back soon. Saturday. We'll be back at it again. We'll be tossing our voids into the black hole, and we'll see what we can do. You know, maybe I'll surprise Avery Piper and I'll buy him a void. We'll toss it in the black hole for him. See what happens. That'll be his Christmas or holiday present.
Let's go.
All
Yeah.
right, my friends. That's it. Stay positive and love life. Peace.
Peace.
And that button, turn off this button, a couple of those buttons. Ears over here. And that. Oop, cancel. End.